I'm going to exotic Myanmar, which was formerly Burma. I'm going to visit Yangon city, which is home to bustling markets, beautiful parks and lakes, and gilded pagodas, as well as temples that inspire poets. I'm particularly excited to go at this time because areas which were previously off limits to tourists are now opening up. Upon our arrival, the staff officer from the Ministry of Hotels and Tourism, Mr. San Lang, welcomed us. He will serve as our tour guide during our 5-day trip in Myanmar. I can't wait to explore the exotic sights here and try out the different Burmese dishes and delicacies. We will be staying at Panorama Hotel, located in the heart of the city of Yangon. Myanmar is located in Southeast Asia bordering India, Laos, China, and Thailand. In 1824, Britain conquered Burma and ruled over it for 62 years as part of its Indian Empire. In 1937, it became a self-governing colony but gained independence from the British in 1948. Under the British colonial rule, Burma was the richest country in Southeast Asia because of its rich natural resources such as rubies, oil, and timber. A military junta took over the country in 1962 and isolated Burma from the world for decades. The ruling junta changed the name of the country to Myanmar in 1989. With its economy suffering greatly from the isolation, the government is now slowly opening up to the world. Myanmar was formally admitted to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations in 1997. The tourism industry here is just beginning to blossom. In spite of this, the tourism sector saw an increase in tourist arrivals, surpassing the 1 million mark in 2012. A tourism master plan was set up in 2013, targeting 7.5 million arrivals by 2020. This is Yangon City, the former capital of Myanmar. It is considered as the country's largest city and the main center for trade, entertainment, and tourism. Although we see a lot of construction going on, much of it looks like it is still frozen in time. Driving here would be a challenge as many of the vehicles here are right-hand drive for left-hand drive streets. Along the sidewalk, you will notice women and children wearing a yellow paste on their faces, sometimes in creative patterns. The paste is called Tanaka and is used as a sunscreen and a local form of makeup. You will also notice both men and women wearing the traditional skirt called longji. In the market, you will see a number of betel nut stalls selling green betel vine leaves, a pot of lime paste, and a variety of fillings.
The Myanmar people are very devoted Buddhist, and they do take pride in preserving the culture and also the traditions.
The pagodas are very wealthy. No wonder they have so much jewelry and gold.
This pagoda is the richest pagoda.
This is the richest pagoda in the world? Really?
In the world, in Myanmar.
Yeah, wow. And that's real gold.
Wow.
Real gold.
Real gold.
So nobody's stealing the diamonds and gold? No one? No one's attempted?
You saw the donation box over there.
Yes.
There's no problem in the public area.
Yeah, nothing gets lost.
Nothing else.
Oh, we're very honest here, huh?
In the heart of Yangon is a 2,500-year-old Shwedagon Pagoda. Local tourists can enter for free, but foreigners have to pay 8,000 chats, which is equivalent to about 300 pesos.
As you enter the pagoda, you're supposed to remove your shoes or your slippers, as everybody here has to be in barefoot as a sign of respect. People come here, even the locals, much of the locals come here all the time, because it's much like a going to church to them, or going on a pilgrimage like the Muslim people who go to Mecca once a year. It's a special time for them to meditate and reflect and pray to Buddha. And they also light incense as an offering, as well as give alms here in the boxes that are distributed all over the place.
The money they collect is used to pay for the installation of English signs around the pagoda, as well as English maps of the site provided to foreign visitors.
In 600 BC, when Gautama Buddha achieved enlightenment, he went to 7 directions. And in one of the directions, he was met by 2 merchants who gave him food and alms. And in return, they got 8 strands of his hair. Those 8 strands of hair they brought back here to Myanmar, and they were put together with the relics of 3 other Buddhas, and they put them in this pagoda. That is why they call it the Shwedagon Pagoda, or reliquary of the 4.
In 2012, the shrine earned almost 2 billion chats, or 82 million pesos, with over 345,000 tourists visiting the site.
And all around we see different little prayer temples where the people go up and sit and reflect and pray. And we also see different versions of the Buddha in small temples like this one. They have a name for each Buddha in each little temple.
As we toured the shrine, Mr. Shan explained to us the philosophy of Buddhism and the teachings attributed to Gautama Buddha.
It refers to our Gautama Buddha.
Yes.
Because we follow his teaching.
Yes.
That's the main thing to understand. Because you saw so many Buddhas,
Yes.
so many pagodas,
Yes.
but it represents to
Only one. There is a bank right inside where people can get money, perhaps to give us a donation to the pagoda.
They say the Burmese are the most donating people in the world. They donate a big portion of their income to the monks and the temples.
we donate to the pagoda. The pagoda is the highest one.
Yeah.
And then you can donate all everything. If you want to donate to the poor, you can donate. Every donation that follow you in your carnation.
No wonder you have an ATM here, huh? They have to get for their donation.
Yeah, sure.
We are known to embellish the Buddha images with lots of gold leaves. Such kind of activities has a base in Buddhism and the ideology taught by Buddha himself.
After they give their donation, the Buddhists ritually come to this area to hit this big bell right here.
So Buddhists believe that after they do a good deed, they have to ring the bell so they can share the blessings of the good deeds that they have done with the other people and other spirits, especially their loved ones who have passed away.
Despite the ostentatious display of gold and jewelry here, nothing gets stolen. The crime rate in Myanmar is very low.
so the pagodas are very wealthy. No wonder they have so much jewelry and gold.
This pagoda is the richest pagoda.
This is the richest pagoda in the world, really?
In the world, in Myanmar.
Yeah, wow. And that's real gold.
Wow.
Real gold.
Real gold.
So nobody's stealing the diamonds and gold? No one?
No one.
No one's attempted?
You saw the donation box over there.
Yes.
And there's no problem in the public area.
Yeah, nothing gets lost.
Nothing else.
Wow, they're very honest here, huh?
Shwedagon Pagoda is not just a place to pray and meditate. Tourists can also do a bit of souvenir shopping here at very cheap prices.
How much is the small Buddha?
3,000.
Huh? 3,000. That's about 100 pesos. Ah, the shirts. How much are the shirts?
2,000.
2,000. That's so cheap. 2,000 is about 80 pesos. 80 pesos. How much is this?
1,000.
1,000 chat. Yeah, about 40 pesos. 40 pesos for this. It's mura. Almost everything is in gold and radiant and shining. Very majestic. No wonder they call the Shwedagon Pagoda the crown of Burma.
Aside from the Shwedagon Pagoda, there are many temples in Yangon city that are frequently visited by tourists and Buddhist worshippers as well.
So I'm going to enter another temple. It's the Reclining Buddha temple. And each time you enter a sacred place like this, you have to remove your shoes. It's a sign of respect. The Reclining Buddha is huge. Very high. And so we see people here sitting down on the floor and praying and meditating to the Reclining Buddha. This is a Chak-Chat-Ji Pagoda, more popularly known as a Reclining Buddha. It is 65 meters long and 16 meters in height. It is wearing gold with a lot of semi-precious and precious stones all over it. This was built in the year 1907, and then it was refurbished or improved upon in the year 1966. A lot of the locals come here, and even tourists, and many of them offer incense and flowers, and there are a lot of donation boxes here in front. At the sides of the temple, there are different versions or smaller versions of the Reclining Buddha. And as you go around the temple, you can smell the strong odor of incense.
A tour around downtown Yangon will reveal hundreds of colonial-era buildings. When the British occupied Burma in 1852, they constructed many impressive and grand Victorian-style buildings.
It's unspoiled. Yangon is, as you can probably see over my shoulder, is circa 1960s. So if you want that old world charm, there are a lot of it's actually the largest aggregation of English colonial buildings that still exist today.
One such Victorian-style building is the old Secretariat or Minister's Office, built towards the end of the 19th century. The building served as a seat of British rule until Burma gained independence in 1948.
This is the old Secretariat building here in Yangon City, and this is very historical to the people of Myanmar because this was where General Aung San was assassinated in 1947. And that was 68 years ago. For the first time, they opened this building up to the public to commemorate the death anniversary of their national hero. General Aung San is the father of Aung San Suu Kyi.
Bogyoke Aung San is a revolutionary, nationalist, and founder of the Communist Party of Burma. He is considered father of the nation of modern-day Myanmar. He is recognized as responsible for bringing independence to Burma from British rule. But 6 months before their independence, Aung San was assassinated. Since then, July 19 has been considered as a holiday to commemorate Martyrs' Day. A solemn silence was observed at the grounds of the old Secretariat building during the exact time when Bogyoke Aung San was assassinated. People bowed their heads while cars outside the building honked their cars as a sign of solidarity.
There's a slab of stone there which states when the general was assassinated. And people now come here and they offer flowers, maybe take pictures. So over this in the lobby, we can see that there's a lot of work going on. Maybe they're trying to refurbish the building so that it will be more sturdy for the tourists, because right now it looks really old and a bit run down. And so it may be a bit dangerous, and they're fixing it up.
How do you feel about, at this time, more and more areas here in Myanmar being open to tourists and even to the public, to the people of Myanmar? How do you feel about that?
It's very good for our country, our people, because if many tourists come into our country and to visit our country, we can get some, investment and some money to come into the country, and then people can get jobs, and we can create more service industry to those people. So I think it's very good for us. So many people should come and welcome to Myanmar, Burma.
We're entering the Karaweik Palace, one of the more famous restaurants here in Yangon. It's very majestic because it's patterned after the Karaweik bird, and it's like a barge that sits on the Karaweik River. Here in Karaweik Palace, they serve Western, Chinese, and Burmese food. They also have cultural presentations where they feature their traditional songs and dances and some traditional instruments.
And it has a name in also similar to Philippine food. Yes, what?
Crispy pata.
Crispy pata, okay.
Traveling is not just about enjoying the sights, but indulging in a gastronomic adventure as well. Food in Myanmar is a fusion of various Asian dishes that will please the adventurous.
If you're not the adventurous type, it might be a challenge because food here tastes differently. Like, they have their own bagoong, but it tastes different.
So off we went, looking for more food adventures to satisfy our taste buds. The most elegant restaurant in Yangon City is the Karaweik Palace, a bird-shaped floating restaurant. Before you enter the main palace, there's a lobby entrance where costume courtiers will welcome you.
We're entering the Karaweik Palace, one of the more famous restaurants here in Yangon. It's very majestic because it's patterned after the Karaweik bird, and it's like a barge that sits on the Karaweik River. Here in Karaweik Palace, they serve Western, Chinese, and Burmese food. They also have cultural presentations where they feature their traditional songs and dances and some traditional instruments. We're having the royal family set called Shwedagon, and it's composed of 4 main dishes and several side dishes. During the ancient times, the royal family is served this kind of dish, but with 100 different main dishes and more sidings. This looks like pork sausage. And vegetables. Let's see. Let's try it. This is original Burmese food. Very flavorful. It's cooked very well. It's a bit spicy, but the side dish is really good too.
That's why we are like to show our one-stop cultural performance and dances at our Karaweik Palace evening show.
Aside from Karaweik Palace, another fine dining restaurant in Yangon is the Shan, which serves dishes from Shan State. Shan State is located on the eastern part of Myanmar. The restaurant is a century-old Burmese wooden mansion that has been renovated, preserving the authentic features of the colonial villas in Shan State. Shan was built as the first Shan-style fine dining restaurant in Myanmar.
In English? Or
Yes, in Myanmar.
Myanmar is a Nanking.
Nanking.
The pork in English is a pork belly, deep fried pork belly.
Deep fried pork belly.
Yeah.
And it has a name in also similar to Philippine food. Yes, what?
Crispy pata.
Crispy pata, okay. Try your food.
Yes.
Maybe I'll start with the crispy pata. Let's see if it really tastes like crispy pata.
Let's try. How about this?
Delicious. Tastes like chicharron. Crunchy.
Masala?
Masarap, yeah.
If you're looking for other restaurants that offer delicious Burmese food, the choices are many. But one of the more famous ones among the locals is the Phil restaurant.
This morning, I'm going to have mohinga for breakfast. It's a fish-based soup with several spices, including ginger, onion, with rice noodles. It's actually a delicacy that's loved by people in Myanmar, and they usually have it for breakfast. Very good. It's I can taste the spices. It's full-bodied.
Most of the people in Myanmar, they have their breakfast with mohinga.
Yeah.
It's a rice noodle fish soup.
So mostly of the tourists, they very like the traditional food, especially for our breakfast foods. So mostly of our Myanmar people, they eat for the breakfast the mohinga.
we were invited by our guide, San Lang, from the Ministry of Hotels and Tourism to a home-cooked lunch prepared by his wife.
Mr. San, thank you for having us here. What did you prepare for us for lunch?
This is chicken, I think so.
Yes.
My wife prepared. This is prawn. This is one salad. I think.
Salad.
Salad.
Vegetables.
Vegetable salad. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we prepare for it.
Okay, I'll try the pork. Is it spicy?
Not very spicy.
Not very spicy. Like Filipinos, you eat rice every meal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, steamed rice. It tastes like our caldereta. You know, your food is like our home-cooked food also in the Philippines, the same. Yeah, and we also eat it with rice. We also have soup with our meal. So it's very comforting for us Filipinos to come here in your home and that you're welcoming us and then giving us home-cooked food. So we're really experiencing what life is in Myanmar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much.
Hello, what do you wear? Nice.
That's for laundry, right? Laundry,
Yes,
like
only
that.
laundry. This one nice.
For like that.
This one nice.
So laundry is what women wear?
Yes, you
Yeah?
wearing nice, very
Yeah.
nice. This one only laundry.
And,
Nice.
and then you just do that?
This one?
Yeah.
Please excuse me. This one nice.
That's how you wear it?
Yes, nice. You must condition it. This
Yeah.
one nice, yes.
Very
color.
nice, huh?
Yes, nice. Other color you can choose. Nice color. Other color.
Oh.
This
is
only
embroidered.
This one is machine.
Machine.
Nice.
Machine.
Yes,
ah.
5 color. This
Yeah.
one 5 color.
Yeah.
Very nice. This one other color. You
Other
like color?
colors. And how much do you sell
Yeah,
this?
I selling price 32,000 jet.
32,000
Yes.
shit. It's about over 1,000 pesos.
We call it the lonji is a we can be used. This words can be used for male and female.
This is the Bogyoke Market, frequented by a lot of locals and tourists as well. Here you will find a lot of jewelries, jade, rubies, sapphires, different kinds of gems at really reasonable prices. You just have to know how to haggle with them. And you will also find textiles and other handicrafts made here in Myanmar.
There are about 2,000 shops in this sprawling covered market. The market is also known for its black market money changers and antique shops. There is a jewelry row in the middle of the market selling the famous Burmese jade and rubies and other precious stones.
I got some tips about buying gems and jewelries here. According to the locals, you have to ask for a certificate, which they can actually get right here when you buy jewelry, to make sure that it's the genuine stones that you're getting. When you ask the sales lady, ask for natural stones because they have the synthetic ones.
You will also find a good selection of cotton and silk laundry as well as clothes in various designs.
Hello, what do you wear? Nice.
That's for laundry, right? Laundry,
Yes,
like
only
that.
laundry. This one nice.
For like that.
This one nice.
So laundry is what women wear?
Yes, you
Yeah?
wearing nice, very
Yeah.
nice. This one only laundry.
And,
Nice.
and then you just do that?
This one?
Yeah.
Please excuse me. nice.
This is how you wear it.
Yes, nice. Myanmar traditional.
Yeah.
Nice, yes.
Very
color.
nice, huh?
Yes, nice. Other color you can choose. Nice color. Other color.
Oh.
This
is
only
embroidered.
This one is machine.
Machine.
Nice.
Machine.
Yes,
ah.
5 color. This
Yeah.
one 5 color.
Yeah.
Very nice. This one other color. You
Other
like color?
colors. And how much do you sell
Yeah,
this?
I selling price 32,000 check.
32,000
Yes.
Chet. It's about over 1,000 pesos.
We call it the longi is we can be used. These words can be used for male and female, but are designed different. For the female, it's a like floral design and some with bright color. For the male, they put that with check with square design.
Myanmar is particularly famous for its precious stones. They are known for the quality of their ruby, jade, and sapphire stones, which fetch record-breaking prices in auctions. This is the Gems Museum and Gems Mart of Myanmar, where they showcase the different gems that they mine here in the country. They also have a short seminar for those wanting to find out if the gems are real or fake. There are authorized government-owned shops selling precious stones, but the prices might be comparatively high. This is the world's largest jade boulder. It weighs 33 tons and you can only find it here at the Myanmar Gems Museum.
I had a friend in the firm in Calvin Chia Partnership. He said there was an opening in the firm, and it was going to be in Myanmar. And I didn't know where Myanmar was. I had to look at a map, you know. And they said that you're going to be one of the first Filipinos there. It may be a good opportunity for you to start a practice in a new place.
Pedro Jose Bernardo, or PJ, is a bar top-notcher who graduated from Ateneo Law School in 2005. He took his master's at Harvard Law School and passed the New York bar. With his sterling background, PJ was ready to take on a job at any of the top law firms in the United States. But as luck would have it, he found himself working for an international law firm in Myanmar.
It was very difficult for people such as myself, to find a job in the United States. So as it became perfectly clear to me that it was very difficult for me to find that, I began to look back in Asia. So I applied for jobs in, say, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, and all of that. I had a friend in the firm in Calvin Chia Partnership. He said there was an opening in the firm, and it was going to be in Myanmar. And I didn't know where Myanmar was. I had to look at a map, And they said that, you're going to be one of the first Filipinos there. It may be a good opportunity for you to, start a practice in a new place. So I suppose what this experience in Myanmar has given me is precisely that opportunity for leadership.
PJ is just one of over 1,000 Filipinos working in Myanmar.
Our overseas Filipino workers are mostly professionals, and this is probably one of the few countries where you have more male than female OFWs.
PJ's clients include a number of big companies from the Philippines wanting to do business in Myanmar to take advantage of the rapidly growing economy.
They do recognize that they have a lot of capacity building necessary. So they have tried as much as possible to assist foreign investors to come in. And whenever we do ask, all of these questions, can you do this, can you do that? They've always been very helpful in providing, response. Either, if anything, they would say, okay, we can't do that now, but maybe you can do this just to fit your investment according to our existing understanding of the law. So there will definitely be risks and there will definitely be difficulties. But I often say, more risk, more reward in that sense.
Rewards are gratifying and make up for all the hardships.
Well, compensation in a sense is obviously international level. No? We are an international law firm, and you will get this as well with all of the other Filipino companies that are here. They compensate obviously from an international perspective, and definitely it's going to be higher than the compensation that say a lawyer of that same level will probably get in Manila.
Ramon Fernando is country head of SMS Global Technologies in Myanmar. He too believes that there are many challenges in working in Myanmar.
Well, of course, it's a different culture. They're Buddhist, okay, but they're very nice people. They're very gentle. They're very helpful. It's just that sometimes, you know, we come from a society or a culture that's already, I would say, more aggressive in a sense. Here, they're a bit laid back. You know, they're relaxed.
Another Filipino, Maynard Bernardes, is an international procurement manager of a pharmaceutical company here.
Every day is a learning experience for me, and I learn a lot from their culture because this is my first time to work in a foreign country.
Maynard says he was able to easily adjust to living here by learning the language.
I adopt through making friends. So the first time I do, I make friends with people, and then I go wherever they go. So I start eating their food and start to understand how they think. So that's the basic, no? Communication is really very important whenever you're in a different country.
Danilo Dauba is a garments factory manager and the president of a Filipino organization in Yangon.
Working here in Myanmar is, I should say, more easy than compared to other countries. People are easy to handle and they are polite.
His organization has about 1,000 members. They get together during special occasions.
If we have an event also, like every Sunday, previously we have bowling and also basketball. So we see each other every Sunday.
In his 7 years of working in Myanmar, Danny says he has seen a lot of changes.
So many foreign teachers are here, but majority are Filipino teachers. And there are about 8 international university and private schools here. There's a lot of Filipino there.
Wow.
So the people here are treating Filipinos higher level.
They're treating them in a higher level. They look up to them.
Yes.
Filipinos wanting to visit Myanmar need not apply for a visa.
The Philippines is a country that has this advantage of not needing a visa to come over. You know, a lot of countries even Singaporeans need visa to come over. I'm surprised. Thai need visa to come over. So we Filipinos can come over for 14 days, but you can stay a bit longer, just pay $3 extra per day. That's fine. No? And this is very acceptable.
Actually, eventually, guests can visit our country the whole year because we do have a very decent climate, not so harsh. Even rainy season, you can visit around in Yangon. But since you asked which is the best time, I got to point out the best time. The best time is we call it the winter season. Even we call it winter season, we have no snow, not so chilly. But anyway, we call it winter season. That starts from October and then up to the end of March. Because during that season, no rain, no hot sun. The air are very fresh and cool.
In the whole country, there are 4 main destinations, Yangon and Bagan, Inle and Mandalay. And there are many attractions there. Many tourists who haven't been to Myanmar visit all those sites at the first place, but there are still many other places, very attractive places in southern parts and also in the northern parts.
Asia Trips Myanmar Company Limited provides package tours for those wanting to visit Myanmar. Asia Trips promises a memorable trip for their visitors wanting to experience Myanmar's rich cultures, stunning landscapes, and historical past.
Myanmar is a Buddhist country, but with different varieties of attraction like landscaping, coastal area, different ethnic, and then different culture according to the ethnic group, plus our belief of Buddhism.
So if you're looking for that backpacking experience, then definitely Myanmar is for you. And it's not very difficult to come in because you can now come in without a visa. I'm sure you guys came in without a visa. You can actually come in without a visa. So it's definitely worth a visit. It's definitely worth a visit.
After decades of isolation and political turmoil, Myanmar's horizon is steadily shining on its own. Its unique character and cultural diversity earns its name as a truly golden wonder.
Although Myanmar has retained much of its authentic culture and old world charm, it is slowly metamorphosing into a modern destination. So if one is looking for an old world experience where much of the area still remain lost in time, perhaps this is a perfect opportunity to visit this ancient world. Good evening. I'm Veronica Baluyut-Jimenez, and this is Bridging Borders.